What is going on, community? It is TJ, aka Flash by Nights, and welcome back to the re-up. Welcome back to New Comic Book Day, to Wednesdays, technically Thursday. Yeah, I'm here to show you my new comic book haul, and also a few books I got at my first Whatnot sale and a Whatnot giveaway you do not want to miss. So go ahead, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and we are going to jump into it. And before we get started, you're going to notice a lack of a certain publisher because my shop got shorted, and so a lot of books I wanted this week I do not have, but I have 4 books that I think you will enjoy as much as I. First book up for New Comic Book Day is Flash 778. Yeah, so Wally West is in Gem World, and some villain that I'm not familiar with, I think is Eclipso, basically has a hold of the Justice League Dark and has turned the Justice League Dark against Wally West, the Flash. I don't know much about Gem World. I don't know a whole lot about Justice League Dark. There's a whole lot of things that I'm not familiar with here, but I think that makes for some good storytelling and for a good book, so you can learn and, you know, familiarize yourself with something new. Jeremy Adams has been telling a great story since he took over the Flash title and brought Wally West back to the forefront, and so we're going to check this out and see what's going on. Look at Detective Chimp there. Just crazy. He's going bananas. Next book I have is the last installment, issue number 6 of Dark Blood from Boom Studios. So for those who haven't been reading, Dark Blood is about an African American World War II pilot who comes back home to Alabama afterwards, and maybe 10 years later or so, something happens. There's some kind of emergence or whatever, and he ends up with powers. I've only read issues 1 and 2. If you've watched before, you know my thing with missing a book and how it throws me off, and I have to try really hard to catch up. So I missed issue number 3, and I've been behind ever since. But this was at least from what I read, you know, good book. A lot about him and his family life, and kind of catching up with his surroundings. And by the end of issue 2, I think we have a good idea, you know, where his trouble starts at with these powers and this story that's being told. But this is issue number 6. I've heard that it's got an open ending, which may suggest that there is another Dark Blood story coming. So we'll see how that works. But Dark Blood number 6 from Boom Studios. Next book is not actually a New Comic Book Day this week, but it is a book that I have been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks. It did not come to my shop on release date, so I had them to order me a copy, and I've been waiting for it to get here, and now I have Transformers Shattered Glass issue number 5, the last issue in this story, where in an interesting twist, the Autobots are the villains, and the Decepticons, led by Starscream, are the good guys. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about that. You guys know I'm an old school Transformers fan, so that doesn't fit. I almost have to go and rinse my mouth out whenever I say Decepticon heroes or Decepticon good guys. But that's what we have here in this book, and we're gonna wrap it up here with Starscream trying to unleash some Cybertronian secrets to bring the luster, bring the happiness back to Cybertron. We'll see if he's successful, or is that his head or Megatron's head? I don't know whose head that is, but we'll see what's what, who happens to what, and if Starscream can be successful. And last but not least, for this week, New Comic Book Day, I have a book that everyone is excited about. The whole community has been talking and buzzing, and everyone has been waiting for this book to come back. You may as well hit The Rock's music and let The Rock come from behind the curtain. That's how much people have been looking forward to this book coming back. But I have never read Saga, but I picked up Saga issue number 55, and I'm going to try something really experimental. This almost kicked me in the rear end when I tried this with another book, but I'm going to go in and read Saga cold. I've watched at least one video with Verno from the Cerebros. I'll link his channel down in the description. He and Nick from Comic Culture and Jen from Comix Will Break Your Heart and Rockin' Robbie from the Pop Culture Philosophers. They kind of did a round robin talking about the first 54 issues of Saga. I listened to it somewhat, but I didn't get a whole bunch of details, so I don't have anything to spoil anything for me. So my plan is to read issue number 55 and see if it reels me in, see what it tells me, see if this book convinces me that maybe I should go back to Saga number 1 and work my way forward. That's kind of hard for me. I'm doing that right now with the IDW Transformers run, and also with the Jason Aaron Punisher run, because those are two books I really want to catch up with. But if Saga can hit me in the feels, if Saga can bring me in, then maybe Saga can convince me to go back to issue number 1 and try it out. Either way, I picked up number 55 because the hype around this book, you can feel it. You can cut it with a knife. That's how thick it is. Yeah, so Saga number 55, I will stop showering praises because you already know what it is. So those were my 4 books for New Comic Book Day. But next I am going to show you 3 books I got from my first Whatnot sale. I got on and I was a total rookie, but I was at home all week last week. I'm gonna let you guess why I was at home all week last week. It's the reason why most people are at home for a week or two nowadays. But I was at home and there was a certain seller that came on, so I watched. I actually asked questions and he helped me out, helped me understand, because you see this color in my beard. You know I'm not made for Whatnot. But I went on Whatnot and grabbed 3 books from Jason the Southern Comic Geek. And these were 3 books that I, A, needed, and B, were a good deal. So the first book I have is Not All Robots issue number 1. So I have read Not All Robots 1 through 4, but originally I picked up issue number 2 and I almost dropped it because of issue number 2, because I didn't get that feel that everybody said they got out of number 1, but I had missed number 1. Since then, I read number 1 digitally, but I knew I needed a copy of number 1 sometime in the near future. He had one, I scooped it up. I already had a couple of books in mine and in my Whatnot box, I guess you could say. So Not All Robots number 1. We have 1 through 5. Sooner or later, I'll read 5 and wrap it up. Next book I have is the one book from the current Moonlight run that I was missing, and that is Moonlight issue number 4 from Jed McKay with Tigra on the cover. And I am not at all familiar with Tigra, but this character has become a nice piece to this Moonlight run. She complements Mark very well. She brings levity to the book, and kind of gives him an outlet to be open because they're old friends. And if you're reading this book, you know that Mark has not taken his mask off in the book yet. He's always walked around as Moonlight or as Mr. Knight. You have not seen him walk around as Mark Spector yet. And Tigra is the only person to get him to open up and really let you know what's going on inside the head of Mark Spector. So that was issue number 4. I read it already digitally on Comixology, but I needed issue number 4 for the collection. And last book I have from this Whatnot sale, I knew I had to have it when I saw it, but I didn't grab it when I first saw it. In fact, I couldn't get to it because it was an exclusive at a con that I couldn't attend. But it is Moonlight #1, the homage to Werewolf by Night issue number 32. And I forget whose exclusive it is or what con it came from. I'm gonna pop it open real quick and see if we can see on the back. Yeah, so it is from Terrificon. There we go. Yeah, I really wanted this book when I first saw it. There is a Virgin version also, but they're not huge in the Virgin books. So he had this. It was pretty much less than the price of the book at the con. And so I went ahead and jumped on it, and now I have me a copy. So thank you, Mr. Southern Comic Geek, for your Whatnot purchases and making me almost Whatnot savvy. I appreciate it. So the last book up that I have is from a Whatnot giveaway. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of scrolling around Whatnot and just checking from room to room. I've been doing that lately, just going from room to room, from sale to sale, just to see what's going on, what people have out there. And so I went into the Whatnot auction for Mr. Bolo. I believe a lot of you may know him, former half of Simple Man's Comics, if I've got that right, hopefully. Also, I'm not exactly sure how he's affiliated with Whatnot, but I think he has some really close ties to Whatnot itself. But I went into his sale, and he was having a giveaway, and as soon as I got there, the giveaway button was up there, and he was telling everybody, you're here, the giveaway button is there. I don't know why, if you're here, I don't know why you haven't pushed this button yet. And so I pushed the button, and then my name came up, and that was the strangest thing, because I've been having a streak of pretty good luck with comics and giveaways and things of that nature lately, but this took the cake. So I can get it out. I don't want to damage it. I want to be really careful because I don't even know what to say. It is a Tyler Kirkham variant of Invincible #1 with Omni-Man on the front. It is a Whatnot exclusive that I won in this giveaway. And I don't even know how to react to that. Like, who does that? So this was very great, very gracious of him and Whatnot to put these things, put books like this in the reach of collectors like myself, or buyers like myself. So I appreciate them for that. Truth be told, we are probably going to try and get this graded and maybe use it as a bargaining chip, as a big piece of trying to pick up my grail. I'm not going to use the word grail too many times because I'm old and cranky and certain words should be used once. Yeah, forgive me. But I may try and use this as a bargaining chip in the future, but I do appreciate Whatnot and Mr. Bolo for making this happen. And that was the re-up. That's all my books for this week. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. If you did enjoy yourself, go ahead and smash that like button or like the smash button. And if you want to keep up with me picking up my comics, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. And also do not forget that my 300 subscriber giveaway is still ongoing for anyone who was a subscriber up until January 21st. I think last Friday was the cutoff to be a subscriber, to be in the giveaway, where I am giving away a few Moonlight variants from this current run. So if you want to get in that giveaway, go ahead, and if you're a subscriber, go to my January 19th haul video, and the instructions are in that video. But as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.